Lisa Raymond and Renee Stubbs are playing the number 9 seeds, Kim Clijsters and Sugiyama. Kim Clijsters, the right-hander with the white hat. Does that help you identify her?
Listen, I've seen her enough the last month, reaching the finals of the French Open. 4
right-handers all wearing white hats today.
Yeah,
that's not helping.
Well, everything's white on that court. I don't think there's a trim of color on any of those outfits. Gotta get Venus out there to sew on some beads.
Okay. And that's a game point. So Clijsters and Sugiyama hold serve to begin this ladies doubles championship match. The defending champions, of course, are the Williams sisters here at Wimbledon. They won the doubles championship here on Monday last year, but this year, when they would have played Martina Navratilova and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario in the 3rd round, that's when the Williams sisters withdrew. Serena, with her illnesses in her match with Capriati, forced the sisters to withdraw.
Well, this will be a tough decision for captain Billie Jean King on the Federation Cup, because if we just saw Lisa Raymond, she had wanted to play the Olympics last year, but Venus and Serena were chosen to represent the U.S., even though Raymond had a better ranking.
15 love.
Now, with Venus and Serena withdrawing from both Grand Slams, and, you know, Lisa Raymond in the finals again, I would think Billie would definitely have to pick her this year.
Of course, the major controversy with the Olympic team's selection last year.
Tough. It was a tough call, and Venus and Serena ended up winning the gold, so.
Lisa Raymond, who has been the #1 doubles player, felt that that was a position that precedents at least dictated she would earn. There always had been 3 singles and 1 doubles player chosen for the Olympic teams.
15-0.
And she felt it was based on that, you know, they were probably the more attractive team, that the press wanted to see them. The other team, the Williams sisters, play a little bit more. And it wasn't really based on merit. And she said, you know, what good do the rankings do if you're not going to go right down the rankings?
Which cuts really to a large issue at the heart of doubles right now, Chris, is that Lisa Raymond is a very good singles player on grass, but her best career results have been in doubles. Venus and Serena Williams are really singles players who play doubles when it's convenient.
Right, right. Well,
and they play them well, but they play it out of convenience.
Well, you have 2 players here, Renee Stubbs, also being double specialists, meaning they'll never have the success that they do. But, you know, watch what they do. They play half the court, so they only have half the court to worry about. They both have wonderful volleys. They're talking all the time. You know, some players need coaching every second because mentally maybe they're not as strong. And I think these players communicate really, really well. If one of them gets down, the other one's building them up. And in singles, if Renee Stubbs is getting down, you know, she'll lose the whole match.
So tomorrow, the men's championship, Patrick Rafter and Goran Ivanisevic at 7 a.m. Eastern. That's right. That's when you'll see it live from Wimbledon, only the 2nd Monday final in the Open era. So let me get this right. Instead of Katie and Matt, it's going to be me and Mac and Chris, I hope.
I don't know about that.
30 love.
This communication is just the most important thing, and it's too bad doubles seems not to be well, doubles has never been as popular as singles. Let's just be blunt about it. And you know, the money's never been the same, the TV coverage, and I think one of the reasons the TV coverage hasn't been the same is because the top players really don't play as much doubles. Oh, look at the great reflexes, though, all 4 of those players. It's great to see when all 4 of them are at the net, the exchanges. It really shows the quickness of the hands. Even Martina Hingis now, you know, has decided not to play Grand Slam doubles events because it takes too much out of her for the singles.
Well, 30 all. Sugiyama serving with Kim Clijsters, the French Open finalist.
The men have to play 3 out of 5 sets in the doubles here at Wimbledon. Who's going to do that if you're a top player? You're going to be crazy. You could be playing 10 sets a day.
30, 40.
I mean, they should
Well, we
change that
have
rule.
to direct that question to McEnroe when he returns.
Well, and John was, I think, the last top player who won a singles event that who also played in the doubles.
On the men's side.
Correct.
Game. Miss Raymond, Miss Stubbs.
So there's a break. And the top seeds, Raymond and Stubbs, get ahead in the first set of the ladies' doubles championship.
Thank you.
The ladies' doubles championship on center court. The #1 seeds, Lisa Raymond of the United States, Renee Stubbs of Australia, facing Kim Clijsters and Ai Sugiyama. Now Renee Stubbs is serving at 2-1.
Smart play. Lisa Raymond's the one to lob over if you're going to lob, because she's 5'5". Her nose is right on top of the net. She's got very good hands, a good sharp volley. Went to University of Florida, was twice the NCAA champ. Has had her best results on grass. I actually think Kim Clijsters may be the weakest link on this court as far as volleying, as far as hands, but probably has the best return.
Well, there it was. Kim Clijsters being watched by Leighton Hewitt.
Up-and-coming Aussie player and himself. He's been impressive. The French Open, we saw that match against Andy Roddick, where Andy had to default, and it was like the future of tennis. It was really refreshing, and then he did well this term. He won a couple warm-up tournaments on the grass, didn't he?
I think it's impressive to see the support. I mean,
It's
every
great.
time you see in these slams, when they're together, every time one plays, the other's watching.
You're right,
supporting.
very supportive. And they practice together. Leighton is a big fan of doubles also. He feels it really improves his volleys and his serves, and they're both big fans of doubles and take doubles very seriously.
Oh, a double. So Stubbs has her serve broken, and this first set back level at 2-all. You do seem to have more of the top women singles players, even though you just mentioned, Chris, for example, Martina Hingis is going to back off. You still seem to have more of the top women. Virtually none of the top men.
No, the top men don't, but I mean, you can't blame them with going back to that 3 out of 5 sets. I mean, if Sampras has a 5-set singles match, what do you think he's going to want to do? Go home and relax, or go back on the court and play 5 more sets? But it's even starting to slide a little bit with the women, and there may be a danger of that.
Well, again, there's a conflict. You have a number of players who've developed who are being supported by the tour just playing doubles. Some talk of trying to limit the number of those players by forcing more singles players to play doubles, reducing the doubles draws. But if that happens, you run into the situation, Chris, that's happened, for example, here, where several of the singles players pull out once the doubles event begins, and that throws the credibility out the window.
Well, the matches are increasingly getting harder and more demanding on your body. And, you know, gone are the days 30 years ago when you won love and love until you reached the semifinals. So you can understand if they're a little bit injured or they feel like it's going to hurt their chances in the singles. I mean, Steffi Graf did this a few years back against John McEnroe, and John was, you know, was really annoyed at that.
Much better you bring that up when
Yeah,
John's not
I'm
in
bringing
here.
up all the wrong stuff, and John's not here.
No, that's a good one to bring up when he's not here. Of course, the Williams sisters left in this event. Justine Henin once She progressed a little bit in the singles draw. Blister problem. She pulled out of the doubles.
30-40.
Hey, you know what? In our day, the players played all 3 events. We played singles, doubles, and mix. And then it was a big deal when the women started pulling out of the mix and just played the 2 events. And now they're starting to pull out of the doubles and play 1 event. Maybe they should make it like a 3-week tournament. You can get it all in. Yeah, there's that topspin lob I would have liked to have seen Hennen try against Venus. Look at this lob right here. Big follow through. Just these girls are so close to the net. It's an effective shot.
Clijsters with a big serve. So the Clijsters serve trying to bail this game out after 2 break points.
Not a true serve volleyer, Kim Clijsters. You know, not instinctive. See how she does on the second serve. She gets in before the service line. Oh, she stays back.
Now this time, Renee Stubbs back. Smash that away.
Well, and once you hit that topspin lob once or twice, the other players are aware of it and they're expecting it. So she's looking for it, Renee Stubbs.
At first serve.
Renee Stubbs and Lisa Raymond, I know them a little bit, and they both have tempers. You know, they work well together because I think half the time they're comforting one another and calming each other down.
Miss Stubbs.
It worked against them in singles, but it's comforting during doubles.
They've become one of the long-running doubles teams.
Good hands, Sugiyama. It's another player you don't hear much about in singles, but she's always reaching the semis or finals in these Grand Slam doubles events. She's quick. I think in singles she just gets overpowered by the bigger, stronger players.
And 1 run about 2 years ago, got to 15 in the world in singles.
Advantage, Miss Clijsters.
And Clijsters trying to get a chance to give Belgium a center court victory today after the Hennen loss. And how about a chance to give Belgium its first Wimbledon champion in any event since 1932? There's a little bit of pressure there. Oh, good mobility. Oh, that was so close. Give it to her. Come on. God, she went over the post there.
That's what Clijsters was thinking herself.
Look how fast she moves here.
Almost dropped that one on the line. So back to deuce at 2-all.
Big serve. It's that serve pretty flat.
Game.
And Sugiyama with the put away. So we're on serve in the first set of the ladies doubles championship.
Miss Sugiyama lead.
The women's doubles championship. On serve in the first set. Now Lisa Raymond, a Philadelphia native. Outstanding college product from the University of Florida.
Been ranked as high as 15 in singles. Had some close matches with Capriati here on the grass, I remember.
It runs into a little bit of the situation we discussed during the ladies championship, Chris, in that it seems to be so hard when you try for the education, you go to college, as Elisa Raymond did, the pro tour, to rise to that top level.
Yeah, but she did well to go to college because college tennis was still good. There's good competition. She had Andy Brandy, who is an excellent coach, who coached that team. And she lost in the third round here to Henin 4-6. I mean, that's probably a matter of 1 or 2 points. She could have won that match. I mean, look at her. She's not the tallest player, not the fastest player, but I mean, she just uses the most of what she has.
Made the quarters here last year. That was her best run in singles.
Good athlete. Excellent athlete.
And she's got the taller partner, Renee Stubbs, who's 5'10".
You can tell they played doubles together a lot because they know each other's moves. Yours, mine, yelling those words out. They know when to cover the middle of the court when the other one's stretched out wide. Oof. Oh, look at it. Renee Stubbs is all over the court. Very talented player. Look at that stretch. Well, she's from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they learn to serve and volley, and they learn on the grass.
And they learn their doubles in Australia.
Yeah. Doubles is just as important as singles over there.
13-30.
Number 1 seeds, Raymond and Stubbs. The number 2 seeds at Wimbledon were Virginia Ruano Pascual and Paolo Suarez. And Clijsters and Sugiyama defeated them in the semifinals. The Williams sisters were the 4th seeds, pulled out in the 3rd round. And of course, the team that everyone was watching, Martina Navratilova and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. And they made the quarters. They lost a 3-set match to Natalie Toziat, Kimberly Poe Messerly.
Martina was going for her 20th Wimbledon win, which would have tied Billie Jean's. 44 years old. Gonna be 40. I always kid her about it. She's gonna be 45 in October, and she's still one of the best players as far as half court. You know, I mean, I don't think she could get in there with the singles players right now because the moving would be tough. She's definitely lost that edge. But if all you have to worry about is half court, serving and volleying, returning, she's still one of the best.
I saw that match which they finally lost, and Martina carried Arantxa.
Yeah.
She played that well.
Always carries her partners. She carried me. We won in '76. We won Wimbledon, and boy, I won the singles the day before, and I think I stayed up late the night before, and I went out to dinner, and I was so tired, but I knew the next day I'd be carried, so it didn't matter. I knew I had Martina as a partner.
Did Martina know that?
No, I don't think I told her.
Did you walk in the locker room and say, Martina, not feeling great today. You gotta carry me today.
I always used to say, you got to help me out a little bit at the net, Martina. But she won with about 10 different partners, so that didn't make me feel exactly great.
How often did you guys play together?
We played, not that much.
Multiple years?
We played for maybe a year or two, and then she started beating me in singles, and then I kind of ended that doubles relationship because I really felt like she knew my game. We were practicing, we were playing doubles, and that wasn't working out in my best interest.
We'll be back to the ladies doubles championship. We are on serve in the first set of the ladies doubles championship at Wimbledon. Venus Williams has defended her singles championship, beating Justine Henin today in 3 sets. Goran Ivanisevic finally put an end to the 3-day match with Tim Henman, and Goran will play Patrick Rafter tomorrow for the men's title.
Just Stubbs and Raymond, a little more experienced doubles team. Don't you sense that when you're watching?
There's a rhythm, isn't there, when you...
There is.
It's the way doubles partners
You're
move.
moving together. You're moving to the left together. You're moving to the right together. And you sense that Clijsters is still more of a singles player on that court than a doubles player, although I think it's great that she's playing doubles, because this is the way she'll develop a bigger serve and better instincts at the net. I think all junior players should play doubles. Don't dodge the doubles, because that's a great way to enhance your game and develop an all-court game. I mean, we'll let you not play the doubles if you get to a Grand Slam and, you know, you reach the finals, but
watching Venus and Serena play doubles is what's astounding, Chris, because they are literally two singles players.
You're absolutely right.
Playing doubles.
You're absolutely
But they're so good.
So strong.
But they get away with it.
Well, you know, they don't lose their serve. I mean, because even if you get the serve back, you have one of them at the net, and that's pretty scary. It's just imposing to see, you know. But I think they are getting a lot better in doubles and have developed into some good doubles players. I think that's one thing Billie Jean King can help them with when they play Fed Cup.
40-30.
Second double. Another couple of very good doubles players that come to mind missing. You mentioned Martina Hingis, of course, Anna Kournikova, a very good doubles player, not here.
Well, we haven't talked about her for a while, but Ted, you want to talk a little bit about her?
No, as a matter of fact. But yesterday we did get our first mention of Kournikova during the fortnight.
4 games all.
26 minutes on court at the late afternoon in London, the official Rolex time of this ladies doubles championship. Lindsay Davenport, another very successful doubles player.
Absolutely.
Not in the draw this year.
Well, and all these players, Lindsay and Kournikova and Hingis, I mean, they're basically baseline players trying to learn how to volley. And I look at this team, Clijsters and Sugiyama, a little bit not as experienced, but the calmer of the two teams. I think Stubbs and Raymond have the temper. Maybe we'll let them affect them a little bit if they get a couple bad calls or net cords.
30 left.
Body language already showing on Renee Stubbs.
The Raymond Stubbs team trying to win their second Grand Slam doubles title together. They captured the 2000 Australian Open.
Stubbsy also won the mixed doubles that same year, so she won 2 of them. Well, right down the middle, both players watching their alley. It's another one-handed backhand that's rare to see. There we go. Right. It's going to be the wave of the future now, these one-handed backhands.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think once in a while they'll come up, but two-handed backhands. If you're learning early, tennis early, it's just easier to hold on to the 2 hands and get more power, get more control. Of course, you get less reach.
Clijsters again trying to save break points. 3 of them in her last service game. But not there. So Raymond and Stubbs will serve for the first set.
Raymond and Stubbs lead. 5 games to 4 first set.
Second Sunday at Wimbledon. There will be a third Monday. The men's championship tomorrow between Patrick Rafter and Goran Ivanisevic.
How do you think Rafter feels waiting around? I mean, it's going to hurt him a little bit more than...
I would imagine he has mixed feelings, Chris. Let me ask you, do you think he doesn't have to play a whole country, but he does have to play a guy with a wicked serve?
That's true. But
What
I mean,
do you think?
I just think you know, he had such a great win against Agassi, and you get the momentum. And you don't want to come back down to earth, and the more time that goes by, chances are you might come back down to earth, and he doesn't want that to happen. He wants to snowball, and he wants to peak for this match.
Well, Ivanisevic has a rare situation in a
How did he
in a
win
grand
that
slam.
match anyway?
Well, yeah,
I was like not in here with you and John, but I was watching that
Well,
match. How the heck did you win that match?
when you serve like he serves.
I know, but he's just looked like a club player during certain times, and then all of a sudden come up with 3 sizzling aces. It's just, oh, what a frustrating guy to play. And Henman, you know, without the rain, would have won that match. That was just bad luck for him.
So 3 set points now, and Lisa Raymond serve.
Ooh, the chalk flew right on the line. But it doesn't matter. I mean, that's the kind of shot you don't mind when you're up 40 love. It's a great return. She stepped in and moved in on that weak serve.
And Sugiyama doing all the running and getting, but finally Raymond and Stubbs prevail and take the first set.
Spy TV.
With Chris Evert, Ted Robinson back at Center Court Wimbledon, the ladies doubles championship. Under the best weather conditions really we've had in the last 2 days. The sun is trying to fight its way through the heavy overcast. So Raymond and Stubbs trying to add a Wimbledon doubles championship to their resume. 1 set to the better. Now Clijsters serving to begin the second set.
Second serve.
Clijsters the one players without a lot of doubles experience. Got herself a good partner. Sugiyama won the U.S. Open doubles last year. And now retired Julie Allard de Cougy.
Yeah, she's quick. She's got quick hands, quick feet.
30 love.
And again, Clijsters is very smart to play the doubles. She was in the draw with her boyfriend, Leighton Hewitt, wasn't she? And they withdrew. Leighton was playing those pretty long matches.
In the mixed. Who was your favorite mixed doubles partner? We got you to talk about Martina.
Oh, boy, put me on the spot here.
Yeah. How much mixed did you play?
Played with Eric Van Dillen, my first. We got to the round 16 at Wimbledon. Jimmy Connors and I reached the finals of the U.S. Open. Funny story about when I played with Jimmy. I can't even remember. We played Pam Teagarden and a British player. The British player was going at me every ball, just trying to knock me down. And Jimmy, the polite man that the gentleman that he was.
British man was trying to knock you down. What was he thinking?
I was like 18, okay?
A polite
before
British
I got acquainted with the country properly. But Jimmy would say, I'd go back and Jimmy would go, you know, can't believe he's hitting those shots to you. And he goes, but I just want, you know, I can't be nailing the girl. I just can't be trying to knock her head off because I'm too much of a gentleman.
But he could nail the guy.
Yeah, but anyway, that was my excuse. That was why, because the guy was going after me and Jimmy wouldn't go after the other girl. So we lost that match.
First game, second set. First set.
Gentleman Jimbo.
And so your favorite mixed doubles partner was?
Well, then I played with my ex-husband, John Lloyd, a few times, and yeah, that's an unfair question. I think I have better memories of women's doubles.
Yeah, who'd you play the most? All right, so now you played with Martina, but who'd you play the most with?
I played with the greatest women doubles players ever. I wasn't dumb. You know, I had the the opportunity to play a lot of tournaments with Billie Jean King,
Right.
and Martina, and Rosie Casals, and Wendy Turnbull.
I remember you and
real
Wendy Turnbull,
doubles
right? Yeah.
specialists, and it was good. We complemented one
Very
another.
nice.
You know, they were the serve volleyers, I was the returner, and I learned a lot about doubles from playing with them. And I liked the camaraderie. It's almost like having a coach on the court. You kind of miss that. You're so isolated when you're playing singles. You have nobody but yourself. Oh,
40 love.
that was bad luck. She thought she could get that ball. She went over and stretched for it, but not quite the reach. And of course, Kim. There's slow reactions there.
Game.
And
It's
a
Raymond
hold
and Stubbs.
at love. Raymond and Stubbs for 1-all.
1 game all.
Coming up next on NBC, the final round of the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship. Mario Lemieux will be there, Charles Barkley, John Elway, all at the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship next on NBC. I wonder if Yvonne Lendl is there.
Probably. He's a good golfer. Jimmy Connor's a good golfer. There's a lot of tennis players like golf. It's a lot of the same characteristics, I think.
Love 15.
I wonder if the golfers play tennis. I don't think very many of the golfers play tennis.
You don't seem to hear that.
No.
Even Henman, they say here in Britain, is an outstanding golfer.
Mats Wilander. These guys spend any time with their family, these tennis players, and then they get into golf, and that couldn't take any longer.
Well, Lendl's,
Love
what is he,
30.
4 or 5 girls, I believe?
Yeah, he's got 5, I believe.
Yes.
He's got his hands full.
Would you say he needs a
Got
hobby?
his hand- Actually, he has two play some good tennis. He doesn't need a hobby, no. But I hear 2 of them quite competitive with each other.
Love 40.
And next week in Newport, Rhode Island, Yvonne Lendl will be enshrined into the Tennis Hall of Fame.
Great. I always admired the way he tried to win on the grass, you know, and the work that he put into it. And, you know, he was great he won the U.S. Open. He was great at the French, but never quite conquered the grass. And he took, 3 months getting used to the grass and got a new coach in Tony Roach. And
15, 40.
you don't see that kind of effort nowadays.
I think that I'll never see in my lifetime what Lendl did by reaching 8 consecutive finals at the U.S. Open.
Talk about a workhorse. He was, put in about 6 or 8 hours a day. There's that top lob.
Beautifully done by Lisa Raymond. And they have an early break now in the second set.
It's Raymond with
The ladies doubles championship. Lisa Raymond and Renee Stubbs now have a break.
seats.
They're better
Quickly,
in the
please.
second set.
Players are ready. Thank you.
Best of 3 sets in this championship.
Well, they're getting themselves into trouble, Clijsters and Sugiyama. Clijsters is
15.
sort of hanging at the baseline. When you have one up, one back, that's just like target practice. Raymond and Stubbs are both at the net, and that's where they're going to win their points.
Steady left.
Nice low volley. I would start to lob over Raymond's head a little bit more if I were the other team. She is 5'5". She stands very close to the net. Let's see if that starts to happen.
30-15. 30 all.
Again, if anybody cracks, it's going to be Stubbs.
On her serve.
Well, she's just the more emotional player, and I think more things could go wrong in her game. Oh, boy.
How about that shot?
30-40.
Right here, is this where she hit the net cord? 2 net cords in a row.
Too good by Sugiyama. Well, good call there.
Yeah, I just, more can go wrong with her
2
game
games all.
because she does have an
7-7.
all-court game. She's just the more temperamental.
And they break Stubbs for 2 all.
And this is why she hasn't been successful in singles, because controlling her temper. And she's the type of player that when she loses it, she can't get it back.
15 all.
Is Sugiyama carrying Clijsters here?
Not yet. I mean, not yet. Not that she will, but after that, Clijsters backhand, I don't think so.
30 all.
I mean, Clijsters is going to do her damage at the baseline. I mean,
Right.
she's going to return well, and even when she's at the baseline with the other 2 at the net, she's got to hit some topspin lobs or try to drill the ball right through them. I'd like to see her at the net with Sugiyama because I think it'd be easier to win points that way. Here she comes. There we go.
40 all.
It almost looks like Sugiyama's acting like a coach.
Well, she's definitely the doubles veteran. You know, she's had more experience and she has more feel at the net.
4-15.
I mean, there's usually like the captain of a team. You know, one of the people out there is just calling the shots.
Game. Clijsters.
Again,
Sugiyama.
Clijsters and Sugiyama hold 3-2 in the second.
Clijsters.
Welcome back to Wimbledon on NBC. Venus Williams defending her ladies championship today, a 3-set win over Justine Henin. They give Venus 2 in a row. And a great measure of respect for the doubles championship that the vast majority of the center court audience has stayed for this match.
Love 15.
They're starved for tennis after the last few days, I think. They're so glad to see the covers off.
Well, ticket holders, of course, today expected to see the men's championship.
15 all.
They've even put the old-timers on this court, you know, the senior men's, and they love watching them. I mean, this tournament has everything. The juniors, the seniors, the regular tournament.
The girls singles championship was completed today, and the runner-up was the younger sister of Marat Safin. Lost
30-15.
6-love in the third set. Dinara Safina.
Those Russians
Correct that.
are-
It was 7-5 in the third set.
Well, that's a little different.
Yes. There's an errant score on the board there a
She
moment
at
ago.
7-5. She had match point. No.
40-15.
Give me another 5 minutes, I'll make it up.
But yet
a name.
another up-and-coming Russian player
Wait,
who,
please.
you know, they see the land of opportunity. I really feel that these players coming out of these countries want to get out of their country, and they'll work even harder to do so because they just see what life is like over in America and everywhere else in Europe. And the money and the prestige that tennis brings. Yeah, that's a great point.
It's Raymond and Stubbs.
Just a little bit of everything.
Ball challenge.
Just the pace is so quick.
3 games all. Second set.
And this overhead was just a little too tough. Lisa Raymond trailing behind Stubbs right now. Listen, we need to talk about the next point.
Love 15.
The young lady that won the girls singles championship here that beat Safina in the finals is from Indonesia. And that for international tennis.
We had Lani Kaligas and Lita Liam from Indonesia, and then I don't think there was any other players in the last 20 years.
Love 30.
And those two players played two-handed off both sides. Tennis is like the #1 sport in a lot of these smaller countries, and in America it's not. It's like 18 or something. So you're getting Indonesia's badminton. I mean, it's a racket. It's a kind of.
Yes, it is.
The ball flies through the air.
You must have played an exhibition there once upon a time.
I actually played yeah, I did, but I used to play badminton too. That could have been my sport.
All right, this could well be the doubles championship riding on these points. 3 break points for Raymond and Stubbs, already ahead of set.
Game.
And Sugiyama has her serve broken for the 3rd time. And now Raymond and Stubbs 2 games away.
It's Raymond and Stubbs.
Lisa Raymond and Renee Stubbs, the #1 seeds. Now, with a big break, hopeful that Stubbs can hang on to her serve. And they can see the finish line in the ladies doubles championship.
She's already been broken. Whoa. See how she handles her nerves here.
Well, this is the big game for Clijsters and Sugiyama, since Raymond has been dominant on her serve in this match.
Right.
If they're going to break, this figures to be the game.
They just want to pray for some second serves. They want to see that so they can swat that ball. Lisa Raymond actually reminds me a little bit of Justine Henin, the way she plays. Just the same height. She's low to the ground. She moves well. Cracks the ball on both sides. It has an all-court game.
When you're this good in doubles, is it hard to pursue as Lisa Raymond is? Does it take anything away from singles if you're trying to make it as a singles player?
I wouldn't know.
No?
I was never that good in doubles. You know, I mean, these players.
40 left.
These players are more double specialists. You know, Lisa Raymond's going to win a Grand Slam in doubles or mixed. But she's not going to win a Grand Slam in singles. So
she still has a decent. She's ranked 27 in the world right now in singles.
Yeah. This just has to build up her confidence for singles and sharpen her skills.
Game. It's Raymond and Stubbs.
Well, you know, Renee Stubbs reacted to the pressure pretty well there. A little relief on her face.
5 games to 3, second set.
So now closing in on a first Wimbledon championship for Raymond and Stubbs. Clijsters serving.
Let, first serve.
Hard to believe they haven't won this tournament yet because they have been ranked #1. They've won other Grand Slam titles.
Love 15.
Now, last year, Raymond and Stubbs were beaten in the semis here by Sugiyama and Julia Allard. Of course, they were defeated in the finals by the Williams sisters.
And Clijsters, no matter how she does this match, Clijsters has had a great month. You know, reaching the finals of the French, the finals of doubles here. Had a disappointing loss to Lindsay Davenport, 1-2. I was not impressed with that, with her match there.
When the new women's ranks come out tomorrow, Justine Henin is number 5 in the world and Kim Clijsters number 6.
Good for them. Always on the defensive. But, you know, Lisa Raymond, Renee Stubbs are playing just great doubles right now. Just trying to hold their own. Good reflexes, but the balls are popping up in the air, and it's just setup after setup for Raymond Stubbs.
So a triple championship point. Raymond and Stubbs have won 15 straight points here.
Game,
And
set,
they win
match.
the championship on a
Raymond
double
Stubbs.
fault.
2 sets to love. 6-4, 6-3.
That's some way to win it. The final 16 points. And they have their second Grand Slam doubles championship and a special one, a Wimbledon title.
Renee Stubbs is... Oh, I thought she was coming over to maybe to our box for a minute, our booth. First Wimbledon for both those players.
Alan Mills, the tournament referee there. Renee Stubbs, age 30. Lisa Raymond, 28. They've been around a while. Veterans of the game. What a special feeling. How much more you appreciate a Wimbledon trophy. You've waited this long to get one. So Lisa Raymond and Renee Stubbs take the doubles championship that had been held by the Williams sisters, new holders for 2001. And we'll continue with Breakfast at Wimbledon on NBC in just a moment.